Hey, how's it going, everybody? Scott Spreitzer here, DocSports.com, and welcome to the update for Saturday's card, July 13th, 2024. Free play coming up in WNBA action on Saturday, and note the start time of the game that I'm about to talk about. It goes at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. I'll get to that in just a moment. Last night, tough night. You know, we go 2-2 with all plays. We won here with the free play, but it was a bad 2-2 because I lost both of my top plays. I had one in baseball, the Mets, wrong side. Not the Mets, the Twins, which were the wrong side. And Ryan just had an off night, and they didn't score runs. And so they took the loss. And then I had in the CFL Winnipeg. Now, Winnipeg's offense did even better than I thought they would. They scored 41 points, laying 5.5. The problem is their defense gave up a lot more to Calgary than I thought they would. Calgary posted 37, so they win by 4, laying 5.5. Tough night because, listen, I appreciate those of you guys who show trust in us, who jump on board. It's easy when you're betting your own plays and not concerned with clients. You get over the losses in a matter of a second. But when you have clients who trust you, put their money where your mouth is, so to speak, it does hit you in the gut a little bit when you lose those plays. Fortunately, overall, that run remains strong, up over $28,800 with top plays on the run, 229 and 159. We'll look to bounce back today in baseball and CFL. 2 premium plays. I've got a day game in baseball. I've got the CFL game, both on my homepage over at DocSports.com. The CFL plays a 4-star. The baseball is a 3-star. CFL 6220 run, $6,220 despite last night's 7-star loss with Winnipeg. So hopefully we'll bounce right back on Saturday and get a 2-0 sweep. Probably won't have a video on Saturday night, Sunday morning, but I will be back in a couple of days. As promised, I'm going to do my first over-under wins total football video in the next few days. And then next week, Friday night, we'll have that second half baseball baseball betting video, I should say. That'll be posted next Friday night. But again, in a couple of days, we'll have that football wins total video. All right, let's get to it. It is the free play between the Liberty and the Sky. Game time again at 1 p.m. Eastern. Right now, for the most part, New York laying 5.5. There are some 5s out there. This opened as high as 6.5 in a couple of books that opened it early. Those were gobbled up. I do like the underdog here, the Sky, getting 5.5 points at the time of this recording, which is, about 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. But listen, Chicago lost just a couple of nights ago, 91-76 to the Liberty. And the final score really didn't tell the whole story. Chicago led at the half by a couple of points, trailed by 1 at the end of 3. And in fact, with less than 4 minutes to go in the game, they were within 6. It was 78-72. They only scored 4 more points. New York put another 13 on the board, and you got a 15-point win and cover with the Liberty. Couple of notes from that game. First of all, Breanna Stewart, arguably the best player for the Liberty. She pumped down 19 points in that game. And when New York was trailing by 15, she sparked a 14-1 Liberty run that got them within 2. And eventually they were able to overcome the Chicago Sky. Well, Breanna Stewart is questionable for this game. She's got a hamstring injury. By the reports that I've read, if she does play, she's not close to 100%. And I think Chicago can take advantage of that in the paint on the glass. They out-rebounded New York the other night. In fact, on the offensive glass, they out-rebounded the Liberty 10-4. Angel Reese, another double-double in that contest. But the difference in the game came at the free throw line. I mean, New York outscored Chicago at the charity stripe 18-4. They outscored them by 14 points, and they lost by 15, talking about Chicago. So a 14-point deficit at the charity stripe and a 15-point loss. Obviously, they got a lot fewer attempts at the charity stripe than did New York, and I expect that to even out a bit now playing in the Windy City. But again, get it back the Chicago Sky plus the points over New York. Again, the game time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Bad night last night. I do apologize for losing those 2 top plays. We'll look to bounce back today on Saturday over on my homepage at DocSports.com. Let's put them in the win column, everybody.